Tommy boy, what's happening, buddy? Yeah, it's been a weird month, bro. What a weird month, but yeah, it's good to be back live. I did a Bigfoot video recently, but I like to speed up the tempo a little bit on those. But as of right now, life is lifing, so you gotta go with the flow. We are officially live with our three people. Oh, we just jumped to 22. Okay. We are live, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Get it signed in properly here. There we go. So we're doing this live tonight, and what is it? It's Friday the 13th, June 13th. We'll also on the 27th, which is 2 Fridays from now, we'll be doing a podcast with Bigfoot Bigfoot Outlaws on their channel. We were invited to go over there and chop it up with them, so we'll give it a shot. Yeah, no kidding, Tommy. It doesn't matter what kind of plans you make, right? Still, life's gonna do what it wants to do anyway. Got a really tall, ice cold Heineken. That's pretty good. It's good for what ails you. Kathy said she'll be joining us tonight. She's running late. If anybody else is listening, drop us a hello in the chat. I had to revert back to the old music because every other type of music I use, despite it saying non-copyright, is like medieval lute music is copyrighted back to, I don't know, the 1600s or whatever. So I mean, I like a good Heineken, don't get me wrong, it has its place in life, but I feel like Stella is if Heineken got it right. I know that's a controversial statement, but it's true. I don't know if anybody was here last. Well, I know Tommy probably was. I don't know. Anyway, last week there was some sort of technical difficulty at the end of the video, or the end of the live, and it just like cut off. And I was like, all right, well, that's that. There's no point in firing it back up, you know, to let everybody know. And no one would have been here. So anyway, yeah, it just like cut out. I've been having some technical stuff going on with YouTube lately. I don't know what's up with YouTube, but it's not YouTubing, you know. Let's see. I'm not sure what all we're bringing to the table this week. Let's have a look. What are we looking at here? This guy right here. I see what he's saying. Although it looks terrible uh, on screen right here, but like for me, it looks decent. As always, all these pictures will go into our more high definition, you know, uploaded video onto YouTube. This is just a preview here on the live show. You know, I don't know. Looking at this picture, I mean, I think it could be just as easily some sort of paranormal, but I kind of see like a hair bun up here. Does that make sense? Like all this is black hair, and then there's like this tree branch that comes across, and there's like a bun up here. And right there, just above that tree branch, you can see like some sort of binding for the hair. And then it comes down here to like maybe like a closed eye, nose structure, mouth, chin structure here. I don't know. It's a very interesting picture. This guy, I don't know this guy actually. I probably should contact him, but oh, I'm sorry. It's a woman, Michelle Stout, part of the uh, Bigfoot World group. So they typically don't mind if we dig into their pictures. Something going on back here too. I don't know. Maybe nothing, but something weird. I was gonna do this live next weekend, but with some, you know, plans that fell through, tonight was the best option. And of course, happy Father's Day weekend to any fathers out there. Don't have a ton of pictures tonight, so we'll circle back around to the ones we have. I got here, of course, Kathy Westerman. There's a couple things going on here, right? Like, this is obvious. But then what the hell is this? It almost looks like that squirrel from the IMAX or the what are the Pixar movies, you know? I mean, you can see its nostrils and everything. What the hell is that? It doesn't look like a Bigfoot, but I tell you what, this does. This big boy up here, perfect. I mean, it's got some pixelation. It's thermal as well, but tell me that's not a great shot. You know, Tommy, I feel like it's kind of all around though. I mean, there's been a few, kind of big Bigfoot sightings. A handful of them were hoaxes. You know, Kathy's group is always hot. They're always in that area, those certain areas of Florida. But I don't know what the hell's going on out there. Maybe too much encroachment on their territory, or maybe they're hiding. I really don't know, man. I'll tell you what, we've been doing a lot of building down here in Florida. I'm surprised that we still have the contact with these creatures that we do. Frankly, it's scary the amount of building that's happening here right now, the amount of development. And every day you see a patch of trees, get knocked down for another apartment complex. It's just we're the next Orlando. Brian, welcome. Brian Barber. Brian, we have a podcast scheduled for the 27th. Is that correct? Awesome. Do everyone a favor and pepper the chat with a link for at least the page, the thing that you're on. I know that you can't do a direct link because we don't have the thing set up, but just let everybody know where we're going to be during the live here tonight. And then whenever you get something set up, you send it to me. I'll send it out to my people. You're also free to post on our Facebook. Um, yeah, there's about 10,000 followers on there. I can't obviously let you post on YouTube, but if you send me something, I'll post it. That felt like a long way around to say that we should promote this thing. But yeah, no. It's still early. I didn't do shit today, and I feel tired. You know, I'm like, you didn't do anything. You don't deserve to feel tired, buddy. Went out with my girl and had some pizza today. That's about it. It was a long day, you know. Sure thing, Brian. I'm looking forward to it. I've only ever done one other podcast, and I've never went like public about it, but it didn't go well. Um, I feel like not because of me, but yeah, just the other side of the fence. You know, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to talk too much trash because one of the guys is a buddy, JT from Sasquatch Confessions. He's a homie. You know, I like the guy very much. He was not the issue. I don't know if you follow him or not. He's big on TikTok. Like he has like 167,000 followers on TikTok. But I haven't talked to him. Something happened. I think he got kind of like banned or something at some point. He's kind of a big, weed smoker. So maybe there was an issue with I don't know. Something happened. Because I haven't heard that much from him lately. But Bigfoot Outlaw. And what's the guy's name? Isn't it Grizzly Chris or something? Doesn't he post on there as well? I know I've seen some of his videos. I went and watched your last live, just to familiarize myself, with the content. I'm thinking hopefully Tommy will join us there. Kathy will probably join us. She's pretty on top of things like that. I don't know. Maybe we get a couple other. Maybe we can get Tommy. If we can get Mr. Midwest. Maybe D Rob, D Boz. Some of the homies just to come over to the podcast. What did I think of it? I mean, I like your honest approach. I mean, I'm kind of I try to stay on the right side of politics when it comes to Bigfoot. But then again, a spade is a spade. And I've been known to call a couple out and they get pissed off about it, and that's fine. I didn't really start doing this thing to make friends nor enemies, but yeah, I just feel like, hey, this is what's going on, and if you're part of it, then you're part of it. So, thank you, Tommy. Appreciate that. I'm a one-man show, Brian. That's all you need, buddy. um, yeah, I have a TikTok, dude. It's literally only for promoting the YouTube videos, though. Like we have like 1,200 followers on TikTok. 1,200 followers, yeah. But I don't really post content on TikTok. It's just like, here's the video, here's a picture, some music, with the link, just to get the traffic over this way. All right, Bigfoot World. Kathy's in the house. Kathy, I'm sure that I think you've met before. Meet Brian Barber. Uh, on the 27th, which is the last Friday of the month, I'll be doing a live podcast on Bigfoot Outlaw with Brian. So, if you're free, I'll obviously let you know before it happens. We'll be promoting it the week before, and I'll send you a link or whatever. You can come by if you have the opportunity. Andy, we are looking at a thermal image of two creatures. I'm not entirely sure. Kathy, I wonder what your opinion on this is, because we were talking about it before you got here. I mean, we can all see this guy. That's plain as day, right? You can see the cranial ridge, the eye, the nose with the nostril right there. The lips very kind of... If he opened his mouth would be huge. But I was wondering, what about this? Like, what is this? We can obviously see an eye and a couple nostrils right there and a little mouth. It looks... I joked that it looks like the squirrel from the Pixar movies. I don't know what the hell that is. Hey, thank you, Andy. We appreciate you coming by. I mean, we're going to be here for the next couple hours going over some photos, evidence, that sort of thing. We'd like to chop it up and talk about this and that. So we do this once a month, just a little casual live thing going on. So you're welcome to hang out and chill with us. Yeah, I mean, at first I kind of thought maybe it was a bear, but the head shape isn't quite right. It looks like a nervous chihuahua, but it's big. Especially like if you think about in comparison to this guy, his head has got to be huge. This is not a small creature. Yeah, I'm kind of baffled by that. I don't know. Like I said, this is cool enough as it is. I always say that, first of all, this is thermal. So, there's that. It's a thermal image. But I always say that one of the things that rules out pareidolia is nostrils. And we can clearly see its right nostril here before the pixelation takes over. And again, eyeball there, huge cranial ridge, and a big mouth. Big mouth. And the unusual is exactly what we deal with, buddy. Anything weird, man, we dig it. So, we talk about Bigfoot. We'll talk about cryptids of any kind. We'll talk about... Hell, we talk about a lot of stuff around here. We could talk about the Steelers picking up Aaron Rodgers, if y'all want to talk about that. It's... that's kind of cryptid in itself, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, so we talk about a lot of things around here. We have a good time. Kathy, yeah, you want to talk about Kathy's new camper? Where the hell is Kathy's new camper? Oh man, I had a picture of it too. Kathy, send me that picture, or at least one of those pictures of the new ride. I've got my iPhone handy. I was very impressed. It's very, very nice. Very nice camper. Gotta give it a name like the Squatcher or something. Look at this. Look at this. Fine automobile right there. It's very nice. Wild Thing Ruthie. Oh man, look at it. It's in such great condition too. Like I saw the inside and everything. It's really nice. That's great for those overnight uh, squatching expeditions, you know. Ah, dude, it's funny. It's funny you say that, Andy. I don't know if y'all can y'all see this? Look at this. Can you see? Bigfoot research team. It's weird. My father sent me that out of the blue, amongst some other things, but nice. Very cool. I have the chrome, or not chrome, but I have the metal Bigfoot Input sign with the LED lighting. Kathy, you got to do like an overnight, Sasquatch hunt, with with Ruthie, take some IR footage from inside the camper or something like that. See what else we got. Got Wayne Lewin here. Australia native. Not entirely sure what we're catching on this one, but I still thought it was interesting. Yeah, glamping for sure. I mean, we went from just what outside in some lawn chairs. Now we got a camper. Man, you might as well live out there. Eastern Ontario. Now, I mean, you'd be more likely to find them over in like Alberta, British Columbia. Like again, my buddy JT, Sasquatch Confessions, man, he's got some wild shit from British Columbia. I could see you guys out there in the woods, like D-Boz to Wild Thing Ruthie. We're in pursuit. Oh, British Columbia is where it's at, man. I've seen a few of Grizzly Chris's videos. I think he did a interview with oh man, I forgot the man's name now. But yeah, I do enjoy some of this stuff. I've seen the channel before, so I was gonna ask you, Brian, did you want me to send some things ahead of time for you to display for us to talk about? The reason I say that is like I can do this that I'm doing right now here, but I don't know that I'll have any real control over what's maybe, I don't know. But either way, if you can actually post them on the channel rather than me filming them live, if that makes sense, they always come out better. That's cool. I'll gather up 20 of Kathy's pictures and I'll send them over to you. It's good. Yes, shamelessly use Kathy's pictures all the time. So, but I'll send over various ones. We have some pretty good ones from various channel people. You know, people that follow our channel, and of course, we want to give those people credit for those pictures. Give them the the comeuppance they deserve. Oh man, Ric Flair is my second, third all time favorite wrestler. Yeah, I just watched A&E does this series where they go and they track down wrestling paraphernalia, or I guess you should call it memorabilia. They were looking for Ric Flair's black and white butterfly robe, and they found it. And it's like an hour and a half, and I loved it. I dug into the episode. Ooh, impromptu analysis. Cool. I love being put on the spot, buddy. No problem. I'll tell you what, for any like, 80s kid that's like if you're big into wrestling, go find that it's on YouTube. Go find that like channel. It's like WWE memorabilia or something like that, and they have just various wrestlers that join in Big Show and stuff like that, and they go all over the country trying to find and negotiate buying these items to get them into the WWE museum. So you got like Junkyard Dog's collar, you got Andre's onesie or whatever, you got Flair's robe, whatever the thing is that they want to go after, and it's very cool. It's a trip down memory lane for, like I said, for 80s kids who were into the original WWF, before it changed over. All right, Brian. Since you want to bring that up, let me show you something. It's funny. I love coincidence because I don't think there's such a thing as coincidence, but look at this. Hopefully my buddy Matt doesn't mind being on the channel. See this? This is Bret Hart about 4 days ago. And my buddy's shaking hands with him. Yes, they did, Brian. They did find the coat. D-Boz is in the house. I am a big fan of Ultimate Warrior, man. Whenever that music would come on and he would just come running down, oh, it was just pure adrenaline, man. All right, that was Bigfoot Input section on WWE wrestling. Again, we keep it light and breezy around here. D-Boz, what do you think of the boss's camper of Command Center 1? Mr. Duffy, welcome, sir. Welcome. I am live and you are here. Those are facts that we cannot deny. It does have the gator colors, doesn't it? I saw that immediately. I'm not necessarily a gator fan, but my eldest boy is a gator, so kind of automatically makes you a fan, right? I don't really have a pony in the race when it comes to college football, but like I said, I used to be a Nittany Lions fan, so yeah, my boy goes to UF. He's a gator. All right. Mr. Duffy has found his way out of our chat. Um, yeah, don't care for his insulting words. We were having a perfectly good time before he showed up, and we will continue to do so. Yeah, some people really need that spotlight. I'm pretty sure that he had asked me to have him on as a guest at some point, and nothing personal. I just don't do that. That's not part of my live experience here. But maybe he got a little salty about it. I don't know. Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel. I don't know. He's got a lot of opinions, but his are the only ones that matter. So I was willing to tolerate him if he was going to play nice, but if he wants to be a dick about everything, then gotta go. Oh, sorry, you won't be missed. No. Wah, wah, wah. He'll be off to some other live show to troll, so no problem. This is another one from Bigfoot World. I think Kathy Westerman herself. I thought this was cool. Very pronounced nose structure with nostrils, eye there, eye partially hidden behind a leaf over here, cranial ridge, and obviously down to the mouth structure. And being a thermal video, this is what it looks like. So, sure, Tommy. I don't know about clout, but he can get out of my channel. You see what I did there? Kathy, now that you have your in the field, you know, command center, I think that you need to hire somebody to start going through all these hours of film. You need to get Miguel on a payroll of some kind and get him out there, you know, just going through all this footage. Hey, Kathy, you know what I couldn't find earlier? It's weird. I was going through my pictures. I couldn't find the the paranormal girl with the cow. And I thought that was interesting because you and I had talked about how there was a possible hat man in that picture as well. For the life of me, I don't know why I cannot find it. I'm like, I can't even find it in our chat. I'm like, we talked about it, right? I didn't dream that. Starting to wonder. Did I show it last time? Is that where I'm getting it from? I maybe it was, oh, I know. It was in the video that I did last week, right? All right. Well, it's not as important now as long as I didn't make that shit up. But yeah, like that that picture, I mean, I saw the girl, I saw what we assume is a cow, and then I swear there was like, I think there was a hat man sliding in the back. Um, and of course, none of it is visible with the naked eye. It's only visible through thermal. So, Tommy, do you have any cave systems up there near you that you're aware of? Like, they don't have to be massive like mammoth caves, but I'm just curious. I'm like, Pennsylvania has to have some sort of cave systems with as many mountains as they have up there. Tommy, stay away from them. Okay. if, if you've never heard me on any other subject, stay away from the cave systems. Tommy boy will look pretty tasty, you know, to a Bigfoot that is having a hard time finding a food source. So, but if you're gonna take your chances, wear a GoPro with a live feed. So, obviously we want to see what's going on, if there's anything going on. Brian, what do you think about Bigfoot using humans as a food source? Because we will talk about this on the 27th. Oh, that's right, your buddy Tommy. I forgot about that guy. We gotta get that guy on this side of showing his pictures. You're good, Brian. I said, what do you feel about Bigfoot using humans as a food source? And then I threatened that we will talk about this on Friday. So, someday, yeah. All right, well, fine. Someday we'll be here. Okay, let me see which pictures Kathy sent. Which one here? Sent extra one too. New. Okay. So, if what's going on the 27th? D-Boz, you got to join us, man. We are going to be doing I'm going to do a live podcast with Bigfoot Outlaws. And Brian will be the counterpart to that podcast, Brian Barber. So we're going to throw out a link here. Please, I'll contact you before it happens. But yeah, I'd love to have everyone there. It'd be cool. So this is the little girl that Kathy captured on thermal. All right, D-Boss, cool. Like I said, I'll hit you up before it happens. I don't exactly have all the information at this moment, but I'll make sure that everybody gets that information. So, okay, this is the other part of that photo. Well, actually, this is the full photo, which again, as Kathy pointed out, is most likely a cow. Now, keep in mind, none of this stuff is visible with the naked eye. This is all through thermal. Let's see if we can zoom in on the Hat Man. Okay, so uh, I know this is not going to show up well on film, but if you go look at our last video, I broke this down pretty good, and I feel that in the back right, we can view the Hat Man again. Damn it. If you're not familiar with the Hat Man, I would suggest go check out, Bigfoot World on their shorts. There is a short that addresses their Hat Man sightings. I don't know, Brian. You might regret that dealing with this group. I'll tell you, they're wild. You know. Hang on, Kathy. I'll throw that back up for D-Boz so you can check it out. Here you go. This is the picture in question. I think we lag about a second behind each other, so maybe more. All right, what else do we have? I think this one is D-Boz. Uh, if I'm not mistaken, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but what is going on back here? I see two individuals possibly here and here. Yeah, no. Mr. Duffy's not invited to anything. He's not part of our party anymore, so he wanted to walk in here and kind of flex his muscles, so he can do that over on one of the other channels. Oh, can't name names. Sorry. So he was filming a butterfly, and he gets this possible creature here, this possible one here, this possible thing down here, because we know they travel in packs, and let's go with one more. This dude right here. Hang on, my camera's not facing it. This guy right here. Can you get a look at that? Eye, nose, cranial ridge, lips. So I can't tell, Tommy. I mean, I knew he was a little abrasive, but like he left a couple comments, kind of going on about some other, how to hunt and this and that. He was very strongly opinionated, which I don't mind. I try not to be too abrasive, but we were cool, But then he came in tonight just dropping bombs, and I was like, all right, so whatever, gotta go. Yeah, I kind of just found that one, Tommy. Kind of just stumbled on that guy. Yo, there he is. He's right there. In fact, he might be one of the most pronounced ones. I don't know. There's other stuff going on though, stuff and things. So you know what's cool about this guy? So his face is right here, right? Is this his back? Right there? So you got the head right there, and then you got the back right there. Kind of just cascades down to the end of the photo. D-Rob, what is going on, brother? Really, in the video they move. That would be cool. We might have to do a breakdown of the video at some point. Yeah, I feel you on that, dude. Chaos is the thing, man. But we're all keeping it together, all doing okay. Coming on here to talk about it tonight, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, D-Ball is cool. Send me that. Maybe we'll do a video on that. You know, I'm kind of I'm spotting numerous things in there right now, and with a video, if they're moving and stuff, yeah, we might do a breakdown on that. If you're good with that. What is that? Kangyu? I'm sorry, I don't speak your beautiful language. So we had a nice cold Heineken, you know, real tall one, and now it's just a little bit of brandy and cranberry juice. It's a different boss, Kathy. Okay, different boss. No, Kathy drinks light beer mixed with Mountain Dew, and that's interesting, but not my bag. I see that, Kathy. I'll check that out when I get the opportunity. I can't click away from here though. I'll have a mess on my hands. I think you've got yourself quite a little picture here, D-Boz. At least 3 characters, maybe 4. I don't know. Yeah, everybody's got to have some sort of medicine, right? It's a pretty tough world to go through it sober. Yeah, BRB for me too. Just give me a couple minutes here. Pause for the cause. I'll be right back. here. We are back. That wasn't too long of a break. Really? Okay, I gotta check this video out. I can't do it right now, so sounds interesting though. Who knew that a butterfly would out 3 Bigfoot, you know? I was just down there in Mayaka, D-Boz. I was not down there for adventuring purposes, so I did not make it to Mayaka. But it was cool. I was right there. I was like, oh, this is neat. Because I hadn't been in that area since before. What was that? Cat 4. What the hell was that Cat 4? Was it Irene? I don't know. Yeah, I hadn't been down there since before that. I kind of expected worse, you know. Ian, yeah, that was the Cat 4. Drinking Yinling. Here's the thing. I like all sorts of beers. I like Belgians. I like, Holland. I even like Guinness, like whatever the occasion calls. I love IPAs. I'm a big IPA fan. But I'm also a session drinker. So I try not to get the heavy stuff. Like right now I'm drinking Big Ultra. Because again, you gotta pace yourself, so 3 or 4 double IPAs, I'd be on the floor. Let's see. I might have a few more pictures. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's talk about this. So, got an email from a guy named Dez. Says that he's got a buddy, Tyler, that he's a big Bigfoot believer. He loves the channel. And all he really wants to do is go out and look for Bigfoot. So he takes his buddy, Dez takes Tyler out to, different areas. I'm going to keep it real vague on where it is, but it's basically, it's in Oregon. And he says, we're out there, we hear some noises, and we don't know what the noises are. He goes, we don't recognize them. They're not bobcat. They're not typical, whatever else. He goes, the noise, some rustling. He goes, Tyler takes a picture. Tyler says, hey, can Bigfoot Input look at this picture and see what they think? And I looked at the picture, again, not every picture is Patty, okay? These creatures are great at camouflaging. I don't love the word cloaking, although unfortunately I've seen some things that make me think that's probably real as well. So I want to push into this picture a little bit. Do we all see the eye here, nose here with nostrils there and there? Possibly facial hair here leading into a chin structure. And then if you go up here, the head structure is way up here on the top. Kind of like a Freddie Mercury looking type of creature, but again, we've seen some things that, you know. And then if you want to really get into the weeds, I mean, maybe there's this guy here. Maybe there's this guy here. I don't want to get too much into pareidolia. But I think there's something legitimately going on here. And of course, with the area being, Mount Hood type area, I mean, I like the picture. I appreciate the guys sending it in. Appreciate the energy. D-Boz, there's no need to be rude, buddy. My microphone's all far away, sorry. So there's no need to be rude about the Aaron Rodgers situation. Like, we're still healing and recovering from the information, so hopefully he doesn't have the guys drinking kombucha and stuff like that in the locker room. My thing is like, hey, we got rid of Pickens because of locker room disruption, and who do we pick up? Aaron Rodgers, the Karen of the NFL. And then I'm sure you guys seen already. They have a warrant out for Antonio Brown for attempted murder. I'm like, so being a famous millionaire football star wasn't enough for you. You had to shoot some people at some event that went on a couple weeks ago. He's like another, he's like another Aaron Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez was a fucking psycho, dude. He was crazy. I think Antonio Brown is similar. Hurt by week 2, and we put Mason Rudolph back at the helm. And either he sinks or swims. I really don't know. I mean, he's had a lot of time, under his belt since we've had him, but he's never really been a good first string, so I don't know. Yeah, Aaron Hernandez. Go if you haven't seen the Aaron Hernandez documentary, whether it's on Netflix or Hulu or whatever, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Go watch it. That shit is bonkers, absolutely crazy. Weed and OnlyFans. I think he spent all his money on chakra stones, and shoes made out of coconut husks, stuff like that. So, I'd take Baker Mayfield all day, all day. I think I'd take what's his name? Shador. I'd take Deion Sanders' son over this bozo. I just feel like he's doing the same shit that Brett Favre did. Where he knows he's done. He's past his time. Why is he there? Go take some advisory position. You know a lot about quarterbacking. No one can take that away from you. So go be an advisor. Go be an offensive coordinator. But to still be on the field at, I don't know, 78 or however fucking old he is, like, you're wasting everyone's time. And the fact that we're still entertaining it is what's funny to me. Like, yeah, we had Mason Rudolph. Get that kid a backup and let's go through another rebuilding season. But it seems like when they picked up Russell Wilson, they're all under the same mentality that we can do it in one season. Tom Brady did it. Tom Brady is the GOAT, okay? I know, I don't like the guy either, but he is the GOAT. He went to Tampa. He called his buddies, Antonio Brown, Leonard Fournette, that big Neanderthal he always throws the ball to, whatever, Gronk, and they made a run for it and they made it. They made it to the Super Bowl and they did the impossible. That doesn't mean that every team can do it. So now we picked up DK Metcalf and we picked up, you know, Aaron Rodgers and we just think that we're going to make a run for the Super Bowl and I just don't think it's going to happen. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's my rant. What else we got? Let's not forget about New Jersey Sasquatch, Diesel. This guy has got some quality stuff. And I'm going to show you two different pictures. I mean, come on now. This is clear as day. I don't have to point out anything to you. Aaron Rodgers is going to see a lot of colors when he's on his ass because I'll tell you what, the Steelers have never been the team to protect the quarterback. We've never had that O-line, and Ben was tough. He fought through it. Aaron Rodgers is not tough. He's going to get knocked on his ass a few times and wonder what the hell's going on. So, D-Boz, I love Mike Tomlin. I don't care about all the hate that he gets. We have a coach that has never had a losing season. You know, so, and I think what? One of those seasons was a Super Bowl win. I think we went to the Super Bowl against the Packers and lost. But yeah, so like, he's got a pretty good resume and everyone wants to get rid of him so quickly. I'm good for him to retire as a Steeler. Brian, absolutely. If they could get Big Ben out of retirement, you may as well. He's probably younger than Aaron Rodgers. You know, get, get him and get J.J. Watt. I mean, let's go. And where is Refrigerator Perry still alive? Let's get him. Yeah, by the way, this is New Jersey Bigfoot, also known as Diesel. Give this man his props. Um, I see more in this picture than he's put in this square, like this guy down here, this thing over here. But this is what he's focused on, and it's obviously the most clear shot that he has in this photo. So, yeah, show love to Diesel on Facebook and on YouTube. Yeah, back to Bigfoot. We do that though. Like we'll venture off. We'll go off into video games, beer, football, whatever. Passionate subject. But I'll tell you what. Let's do one more for Diesel. Look at this. Look at this guy. Again, if you've never seen any of his stuff, Diesel has got some very, very impressive pictures. In fact, I pointed out last time on this picture, this is my personal opinion, but I pointed out that this creature has one of two things. Either he has knitted, not knitted, but like he's made some sort of head dress, or he's braided his hair and circled it around the top of his head. I'm not sure which one. But either way, like I kind of feel like it's not his hair. Looks like a female. Yeah, well, maybe. I just feel like either way, there's something. You see the lines on the top of his head, her head, whatever. That's either braided hair or it's some sort of fitted headpiece. And we've seen that, in Kathy's photo, Kathy's original photo. We've seen the ponytail, so it's not outside the realm of possibility that these creatures are, uh, are dressing their hair. But don't tell me that that's not a Bigfoot. You guys hear the train? Choo choo. One day I hope to live so far away from society that you never hear a train ever again. But as for now, we in the hood, so there's a train. But Brian, I mean, whether the Native Americans taught that to the Bigfoot or the Bigfoot taught that to the Native Americans, that's definitely something that they share, right? So I don't think that's outside the realm of possibility. People say, "Oh, they're animals. They can't." You know what? Come on now, let's get over that. They're much more intelligent than that. And I'll tell you what, the more you look at it, the beard hair, which is obviously here, does match the color of the hair on the top of its head. So that could be braided hair. I'm down for it, Brian. Take notes though, because I have a bad memory. You're gonna have to ask me about this stuff on the 27th. I will have forgotten already. Yeah, Tommy, we've seen the ponytail from Kathy. We've seen glasses. I believe also from Kathy. We've seen glasses from Dutchy Beliefs. So basically think of it like this, right? If this creature comes across some human, quote unquote trash and then recycles it and uses it, I mean, I don't think it's weird to think that we've seen a Bigfoot with a headband or sunglasses or a ponytail. Again, I feel like ponytails are probably like one of the most primitive form of hair manipulation. So they were probably putting their hair in ponytails long before we came along and figured that out. Bigfoot beauty tips. I'm down for it, bro. I'm down for it. Are they humanoid? So, to answer that question directly, D-Boss, yes, they are humanoid. They do fall into the humanoid category. If you go and look up humanoid on the web, you'll find that any creature that is not a human but that is a human shape is considered a humanoid. So they are. But if you want to dig in deeper to your question as far as like, do they have human DNA? That would be a more viable question. Um, hmm. How do I feel about that? Well, I I think I would say no. I don't feel that they have human DNA. I feel like they probably share it with, chimpanzee and different things like that. But hey, Brian, thanks for coming by, dude. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Good night, buddy. He's a cool guy. I'm glad he's got involved in our channel and stuff like that. I'm doing the podcast. I'm trying to like kind of build bridges, So I think that's going to be a cool thing. Let's take all of our crew over there. Let's show, what we do, um, and build these, build these channels. That's why we do this, build Kathy's channel and Florida Bigfoot and Monsters from Maine. Like we want to build these channels. So I think the more we can spread, the more we'll accomplish that. Yeah, definitely, Kathy. I will when I get the information. Like Brian's gonna make a link like later on this week, and when I get that link, I will post. I'll spam that thing. I'll get it out there to everybody so we all know where to be on. It'll like I said, Friday the 27th at 9 p.m. is when we shall all be gathering. So. It was Kiwi Cat. Welcome. It is very cool. It's a very cool picture. I don't know where you guys are getting these like masculine, feminine vibes from, but that being said, I kind of just get the idea that it's a male, like a young male. But then again, who knows? The juvenile female. See, I don't know. Like I don't know where I don't know where these impressions are coming from, but yeah, I'm definitely on board with a young male. But all right, here you go. I would invite you guys to go and ask Diesel on his opinions on this picture, as he's the guy that took it. So, let's see, what else? What else do we have here? Cryptid University posted this one. I haven't had the opportunity to get a really good look at this. Second, Dan, you better catch up, bro. You better catch up. It's what is it? It's 8:30 at night. That's a shameful amount. Just messing with you, but yeah. Like, look, I gotta be honest. If this one is real, it's fucking amazing. But I immediately think, well, it's probably not. And I don't have a lot of I haven't researched it. I don't have a lot of like blowback on that, but it just, it just looks, oh man, the arm length and everything is right. Look at the arm length down below the knees. But there's zero backstory. It's just kind of like thrown out there to the world as evidence, And like Tommy, I'm kind of feeling AI. Um, it kind of sucks for what we do. You know, it's like AI is really ruining um, what we do. But I will tell you, whoever made this, they were very specific. I mean, the face is nice. It's blurry enough. The arms are long enough. But I don't know. Something about my horse sense is kicking in. You know, it's like something just doesn't feel right. You know. Tommy says the hands give it away, and he's not wrong. I mean, yeah, there's pixelation, you know, but AI has a hard time with hands, feet, and hair. Yeah, no fingers. Yeah, just kind of clumped in. The feet, I don't know. Just something about it. Looks like boots. You know, like over here, there's an arc here because it looks like it's standing on a log or something, maybe a rock. But then over here, there's also an arc, and or should I say arch? But anyway, so it's like there's nothing there to be an arch other than this like little patch of snow or something. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. There's just something gives me the creepies about it. I think what it really is too is that, all right, so if this is a real picture, it's like what do they call that stuff? Promenade? Promenade? When you like if you're selling a guitar or something and you like, okay, well, we don't really know where this came from, but here's your promenade that shows that it was sold here and bought here and it came from Jimi Hendrix, you know, and it's there's no promenade to this picture at all. Mm, mm, delicious. Let's see if you guys are near North Carolina. 2025 Cherokee County Bigfoot Festival is happening in September. Um, don't really notice or don't really recognize any of the names, but it's probably a good time though. Here's one: Michigan Bigfoot Report and Data. Never heard of those guys. Um, Gumshoe Guys Corner. I wonder if that's supposed to be Gumshoe. Gumshoe Guys Corner. Seem to be like some sort of bunker underneath a rock or a tree. I think it's interesting enough. I just don't know a lot about it. What does this say in the corner over here? We got edited by William Laffey. And it says something about Bigfoot over here in the corner. I mean, can't say that it's not real for any reason, but there's a couple bunkers out there in Ocala. I believe it. Plus the road, the highway that never was, and those other sort of undiscovered bunkers. So I don't hate this picture. I mean, I'd love to have more information on it, but I don't hate it. Tommy says he thinks it's a rock. Really? I mean, I guess it could be, but it's very, yeah, it could be. It's really unfortunate if it is, though. Like, I guess it could be. I see what you're saying. Alright, guys, it's snack time. We should make this like a segment. Snack time with J Mac, you know. I don't know if it's, you guys throw in on this, okay? So my girl Q is from the Bahamas, so her and I have a lot of cultural differences. And when I talk about a snack being cheese and crackers, she says that that's definitely an American thing. She's like, I've never, never encountered that anywhere else. So is it just me? Like, because I like some like sliced cheddar cheese with like some Ritz crackers. To me, that's a nice snack. White cheddar cheese puffs. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like, Monsters from Maine, Scott Loomis. Wait. There we go. I wasn't done looking at this yet. I was wanting some salsa this weekend too. I was wondering, like, but the thing is, like, they don't make the salsa chunky enough for me. So I was gonna do like some salsa with like some chopped onion and like, various things in there to make it chunkier. So we see this face here, right? Plus this one. There's also possibly a third one over there on the left. Here. But I think definitely these guys. Snack time with Bigfoot Input. There's people dropping in right now, like, what the like, what's going on here? Like, this is not the live content that I'm looking for. Here comes the train coming back. Man, I love a good chunky salsa. Like with onion, and like some pepper and jalapeno in there. And it's like cold. I like cold salsa. So yeah, like salsa that you get in the store, it's just okay. Kathy, what are you oohing about? Yeah, no, it's got to be cold. I don't know, like room temperature salsa. Chunky salsa, yuck. Wow. All right. It's all right, Kathy. I'm still gonna highlight your pictures, even though I don't agree with your stance on salsa. Boss don't like chunky salsa. No. I suppose not, but still, it's still the best salsa around. but but boss has the best Bigfoot pictures, so we'll keep her around. She likes liquidy salsa and Bud Light and Mountain Dew. So Again, I'm not sure if we're looking at Bigfoot or some sort of paranormal picture here, but look, Kathy, I uh, I went as far as trying the beer and Bud Light or Bud Light and Mountain Dew. It wasn't bad, but I'll be damned if I'm trying Sunkist and Old Milwaukee. No. Is this Bigfoot and Dogman? For some reason, Deep Oz's comment is up for review. I'm going to push that through. It says Sunkissed Old Mill Yuck. Apparently, that triggered the powers that be to hold your comment for review. That's what Tommy said to his friend when he suggested that. I mean, I'll tell you what, Old Milwaukee, no. I'll take that with a shot of whiskey or something, but there's no point in trying to mix that. Caleb, welcome. Yeah. Um, if you check out Sasquatch Confessions, JT is from British Columbia, and he like has some seriously impressive evidence in that area. He's big on TikTok though, not so much YouTube. Do we have to prove that we have to prove the word suck? You can't say that something sucks. I remember, what was that? The one, um, the pharmacy before like Walgreens and CVS. Was it Albertsons? Albertsons, I think so. Anyway, I remember they had a case of a beer called Brigade, and I think you could get a whole case for like $8. I mean a case, like 24 beers for like $8. That shit was terrible. But I mean, we didn't care back in the day. It was like whatever it was, we would drink it. We would have drank gasoline, you know. Yeah, maybe it was Eckerd's. It was Eckerd's, not Albertsons. Albertsons is the grocery store. Eckerd's was the drugstore. And for whatever reason, they had like some seriously cheap beer. Yeah, I wish I could forget Mad Dog 2020. I'll tell you what, there was a time in my youth that I worked overnight, so I worked like that 10 to like 6, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift. And I got this like nasty, nasty flu. And I would go to work, and I'd come back at like 6 a.m. and I would just take a half a bottle of NyQuil straight to the head, and I would follow it with a half a bottle of Mad Dog 2020 Orange Jubilee, and I'd sleep for like 12 hours, just trying to get out from underneath the like that sickness, you know. But since then, I have never drank Mad Dog 2020, so. All right, folks, I'm gonna wind it down. I appreciate you guys joining us, and we will do this again in July. I'll let you know when. But please join us on the 27th on Bigfoot Outlaw. We'll do that live podcast over there. And I feel like Brian Barber is going to present me with some things that are going to challenge, the whole conversation. So please check us out there. Yeah, Mad Dog is the shit. Yeah, June 27th, Bigfoot Outlaw. We will start posting links next week, so don't worry. If you forgot about it, it's okay. We'll post them on Facebook. We'll post them here, whatever. But I would love all of our regulars to show up to that live show. And Brian's show is mainly based on interaction with the live audience, so that'll be cool. Um, I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, so yeah, that'll be like not next Friday, but the Friday after that. So but other than that, I appreciate you guys joining us, and I hope that all the fathers out there have a great Father's Day. You guys have a good one. This is J Mac, and I'm out.